If you've done retail dropshipping and you've used Amazon in the past, there is a high chance that your account got shut down. Amazon is not very supportive of the idea that you're using their Prime benefits in order to dropship items from their platform to different platforms. However, there are people that have been doing it for a quite long time and they found a very smart way of doing it. One of these people is Jay. This video is a conversation between me, Jay, or I should say a Dropship King, because that's his YouTube channel name, and the members of my Discord group. This is a shorter version of this video, but I have a full hour and a half length video available on my Discord and Patreon. And Jay is a very interesting character. He went from having a financial job in New York to full-time dropshipping from Amazon to eBay, and he's a very efficient guy. You can see this in this conversation. He doesn't waste time. Time is money. I guess that's a behavior that you kind of get when you work in the financial jobs. And he found a very effective way of dropshipping from Amazon to eBay, where he used something called burn accounts that allow them to avoid Amazon bans, and he can keep using Amazon as a supplier. If you want to check out Jay's YouTube channel where he talks everything about eBay dropshipping and all these crazy methods that he's using, I have a link for it down below. He's a very humble, honest, and effective guy. If you find this conversation valuable, don't forget to like and let me know in the comments what do you think about his method of dropshipping from Amazon to eBay. I think his method is giving a lot of people hope that you can use Amazon as a supplier and don't get banned. But without further ado, this is the conversation between Jay and my group. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself? How did you start dropshipping? What's your story?
Yeah, of course. My story and background is probably a little bit unorthodox. I know a lot of people come from all kinds of backgrounds, and I'm definitely an outlier, I would say, in this dropshipping space. So I actually just heard about dropshipping, or just found out dropshipping in 2020, which was during the pandemic. And so I quit my job at the end of 2019. I was actually working in investment banking at Deutsche Bank in New York City. And I really just had enough of finance, and the pandemic was like, a great opportunity for me to, leave my job and go do something else. And actually, I quit my job before I found out about the pandemic. But I had already decided to leave my job and move back home to California, where I am. And so while I was at home in the middle of 2020, I realized I needed to find a way to make money online. I need to find a way to make money, right? And the best way to do that was to make money online. And so I just started researching dropshipping, researching e-commerce, different ways to make money online. And then I discovered dropshipping. And specifically within dropshipping, I discovered Amazon and eBay dropshipping. So I focus on that niche. And I think it's very important to focus on one specific niche, because I know a lot of people try to do too many things, but I went all in on specifically Amazon and eBay dropshipping. And so that's how I got started.
You said you use mostly Amazon as a supplier?
I only use Amazon as a supplier.
Only use Amazon. Why Amazon? Why only Amazon? Have you tried different ones?
The reason I only use Amazon is because I wanted to find a way to generate passive income, or at least semi-passive income. And so I didn't want to spend a lot of time on product research. And so with my method, which I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with if you guys watch my YouTube channel, I use Profit Scraper, which is a software that helps me snipe other people's items. So using that method, I don't really spend any time on product research. In fact, I don't even know how to do product research. I only know how to snipe items using that software. And so that software only works with Amazon. So from the very beginning, I focus on Amazon and eBay dropshipping because for me, I knew it was going to take the least amount of time, and it was the easiest framework to follow.
You just were trying to pick something that you can optimize the most, something that's easy, time efficient. You can get a lot of listings, boom, boom.
Right. My objectives were to make as much money as possible while spending the least amount of time as possible on this business.
Gotcha. Have you ever got your Amazon account shut down?
My Amazon account?
Sorry, not Amazon. I mean Amazon too, but eBay account.
I've gotten suspensions. The worst I've gotten was like a 5-day suspension, but that's it. I haven't received an MC11. And frankly speaking, I don't think it's that easy to get an MC11. I think you have to really mess up your account in order to get a ban like MC11. A lot of people, they get worried. But as long as you're doing a good job selling on eBay, you'll never get an MC11 probably.
I'm sure your accounts are flagged at this point, right? Like they know that you're a dropshipper.
Yeah, so I have 3 stores, as you guys know. All 3 of my stores have been flagged for dropshipping since the very beginning. So within a month of selling on each store, I got the dropshipping email from eBay.
Yeah, but I mean, you just keep listing, right? It's you still sell. Like it doesn't really matter that
Yeah,
much.
I mean that's essentially what it means to get the dropshipping to have your account flagged for dropshipping, right? It's eBay notifying you that they know that you're dropshipping and they are warning you, but it doesn't really seem like eBay takes any action after that.
What about Amazon accounts? Have you ever got your Amazon accounts shut down?
Yeah, I mean, I've had probably like 20 or 30 Amazon accounts get banned at this point.
And were they like personal accounts or business ones or?
I mean, both. Yeah.
If you're drop shipping and you're using Amazon as supplier, at certain point your account's probably gonna get shut down. That it's just after a certain level,
Right.
after a certain volume, it will just happen. You, I watched some of your videos and you have this method of using burn accounts, and that's what I was referring to.
Yeah. So the burner account method is one that I developed, through a lot of trial and error. When Amazon was first started banning accounts, I didn't really know what to do at the time because I was basically routing all my orders on eBay through one Amazon account. And I had over 30,000 orders on that one Amazon account. And then in June of 2021, they sent me an email saying that my account was going to get shut down, or they sent me a warning. And then basically within a month, they closed that account. And so that was the first time that I was aware of this issue. And since then, basically since a year ago, I've been trying to find solutions to get around this issue, right? To find ways to circumvent these bans, because the most pressing issue right now for eBay dropship or anyone dropshipping using Amazon is your account is going to get banned. And so what I developed or what I found was, if you create these burner accounts and you use them only for a short period of time, you don't really give them a chance to ban your account, to close your account. And so I started out doing that. And, at first it was, I would use these accounts for about a month and then I would stop using them and start using a different account. But recently, I'm sure you guys have noticed, they'll ban you before a month. So I've had to basically reduce the amount of time that I've been using these accounts. So instead of using the burner accounts for a month, I've been using them for a week. And so it's been really, to be honest, it's been really tedious and taxing to create new accounts every single week, to constantly switch up your accounts every single week. But at this point, because Amazon has been so aggressive in their tactics to get rid of all these people abusing Prime and dropshipping on their platform, this might be the only tangible solution left if you still want to use your own Amazon accounts. I mean, there's obviously managed accounts, which a lot of software offers, as part of their services. AutoDS, Arborship, they all offer these managed account services. But using the managed accounts is obviously you're not as in control as if you have your own accounts. And so that's why I personally prefer not to use them and to use my own accounts. I like to be in control. I don't have any VAs. This whole operation I built from, dropshipping from Amazon, eBay, I did it myself without any VAs. And I think that's part of the reason why I've been so successful, to have 100% control over every single aspect, every single facet of my business.
Damn, dude, I'm really admiring you, because I try to limit the amount of the work I give to VAs as well, and I only use them to do like product fulfillment and like customer service. Product research, that's me. Optimization, that's me. All the major tasks. This is my logic, okay? If I am a business owner or a dropshipper, whatever, I care about my business. I want to make my business grow, and I would put a lot of effort to optimize the shit out of my listings, to find the best listing to list, I just care, okay? I just care because I want this thing running. I feel like with VAs, no offense, but they're employees, right? So they have a different mentality. You tell them to list 100 listing, they would just try to find 100 listing and list them. They don't care if it's like necessarily really good one or not. They just find something and put it in. That was at least my experience so far with VA. So I outsourced everything but the product research and optimization part. When you open these new accounts every time, right? These new Amazon accounts, do you apply for tax exemption every time?
Yes, I apply for tax exemption every time I create a new account. I use the same information. So far, fingers crossed, they haven't linked this information yet. What I found is that Amazon links your accounts via 3 ways. The first is IP address. The second is browser cookies. And the third is billing address, billing information. So if you can evade detection by changing up these 3 things, then you're fine. So far, they haven't been linking accounts via tax exemption, LLC information.
What about credit cards? Are you using the same credit card to purchase items from Amazon to get cash back, or what's your strategy with that?
Yeah, if you're using the burner account method and your account hasn't gotten a warning or hasn't gotten banned yet, you can still keep using that same credit card. But as soon as your account gets a warning or gets banned from Amazon, then that credit card basically is not usable anymore, unless you change the billing address on that credit card. So for example, if you can go into Chase and update your account information, and you can actually change your billing address to a different address. Now, this is assuming that you actually have another physical address that you can change it to. For example, if you have rental properties, which is something that I have, right? So luckily I have several rental properties, and so I change my billing address to the address of these rental properties whenever my account gets a ban or a warning. Now, there's obviously other solutions as I proposed in my videos. So if let's just say that you don't have a credit card now to use, maybe Amazon has already linked it, right? So you can still use. There's still a way to get around this by using the privacy card. Privacy card is a virtual payment card where you link your checking account, bank account to that card, and you can basically use whatever credit card number you want. You can make up a credit card number. They'll assign you a random credit card number, and then you can input random billing info details. Now, the downside of this, as you can imagine, is that you won't be getting the 5% cash back or any cash back for the matter because it's linked to your bank account. But this is a good solution for those who don't have any other credit cards to use and still want to be able to dropship on Amazon or from Amazon.
One question I have, when you're using AutoDS with eBay, are you using the API method or the non-API?
API. There's a group. Go ahead.
So you are using that. That's one thing they say that's how to identify your dropshipper.
Yeah, I want to address that. So I think a lot of people have a lot of fears about what is allowed or what isn't allowed on eBay. I don't know when this happened or when this started, but somehow there was this fear that if you use an API connection and you link these softwares, to eBay, your account would automatically get banned from eBay, and that's just false. Because ever since I started with eBay, I've been linking all my software via API. So I don't know how this rumor started or why it started, but using an API connection with your eBay account is not going to result in a ban. That's just plain false. It's not true at all. And I wish more people would address this and stop asking this question because it's just not true. There's so many reasons why your account could get banned, and API is not one of them.
I was the one that's spreading the rumor. That's the way, because I heard that too from other dropshippers, and I even in my videos about eBay dropshipping, I say don't use API connection, and I personally don't use API connection too. I do the file exchange thing because you said you've been around for 2 years and nothing happened to you, and you're using API. So I guess
but you also have to look at how many users are using AutoDS, using Yably, using all these software companies. AutoDS has 15,000 users. The majority of their users are using the API connection.
Mm-hmm.
Very few of them are using non-API with AutoDS. You know what I mean? So basically, if using API will get you in trouble, then that begs the question. So shouldn't all these people have gotten banned from eBay already? 15,000 of their AutoDS users using API, shouldn't that result in an automatic ban? Let me just preface this by saying that dropshipping from Amazon, on any platform right now is a very tricky situation. We are in a precarious time right now because these Amazon bans are just getting worse and worse. They've really upped their game in banning people, and they want to show people that they're serious about this. So Amazon right now isn't focused on growth. They're not focused on growing their sales or their revenue. They're focused on cost control. And part of the cost control measures include banning people like us from abusing their platform. So I don't know how far Amazon's going to take this, but my biggest concern with my method of dropshipping from Amazon to any platform is that at some point Amazon is just going to make it so incredibly difficult for us to even dropship from their platform at all anymore. So that is the biggest risk to this method, or just using Amazon in general as a supplier. Without Amazon, it's going to be very hard to source items. I mean, yeah, you could use other suppliers, retailers like Walmart, Home Depot, right? But we all know that Amazon is the king of e-commerce. And so it's just incredibly easy to buy items on Amazon and to sell items, that are Amazon items, because you're getting the best price, you're getting good quality, and it's going to be in demand.
And the reason why they're shutting you down, I mean, this is obvious, but I just want to make the statement, is because you're using Prime. Is that the reason why? Or because you're drop shipping at all?
Yeah, that's correct. You're abusing Prime. So in their terms and conditions, they explicitly state that you are not allowed to use Prime benefits for the purpose of reselling or to sell or to ship items to your customers for resale.
Because I know some people that are starting to use Walmart now and don't use their shipping. I mean, just pay the $6 and factor that in their price, so it may come to that, or because Amazon has such good prices, you may still be able to do that, factoring in the shipping.
Well, I can tell you right now that if I included the shipping price in my eBay price, I would receive 0 sales. Maybe for Facebook Marketplace, it could work because the margins are much higher, right? You can buy an item on Amazon for $10 and sell it for $30 on Facebook Marketplace because the competition there isn't as high right now, and buyers are not as selective with their items.
So what markup are you using on eBay?
My break even, I set my break even to 20%, which is actually much higher than my actual break even, and then I do a $2 profit on top of that. So what it comes out to is I generate about $4 profit per sale on eBay. $3 to $4 profit per sale.
How much do you add per store per day?
So I mean, so in my prime, my peak selling period, I was listing every single day, listing 20, 30 items every day. And also, deleting items that haven't sold. Yeah, if an item hasn't sold in about 2 months, I get rid of it. Yeah, because it helps your sell-through rate. The sell-through metric is one of the most important metrics for eBay, because they really look at that. They look at how many items you've sold versus how many items you carry in your store. And so if you delete items, it improves your sell-through rate.
How do you switch between, because you use IP Burger, right? And you have different proxies. So you switch every month, like the browser, or how do you handle this?
So with my process, with the burner account method, you need a different IP address, a different browser profile, and obviously a different Amazon account, right? So you need these 3 things every single time you set up a new account. And of course you need a new email as well, right? But that's a given. And so you are basically resetting your IP address if you're using IP Burger, right? So, use this account for a week, and then, but what people need to understand is, like, I don't just have one IP Burger account or one IP Burger address I'm using. I have multiple, right? I have multiple IP addresses, and I'm constantly switching them up. So I'll use this one for a week. I'll use this one for a week. I'll use this one for a week, and then I'll go back and I'll reset the first one, the first IP address of the first one after like a few weeks. So it's not that I just have one IP address with IP Burger and I'm constantly resetting that one IP address. I have multiple IP addresses. I purchased multiple IP addresses from them.
And using your method, do you also then just create, so they don't see any of the browser information, just create another browser? profile, like a dummy one?
Yeah, if you go to Google Chrome, you can just select on create new profile, and that gets you a new browser profile.
So every single time that you're using these new IP addresses, that's what you're doing.
Correct. Yeah, I'm getting a new browser profile, new IP address, new Amazon account.
So you're not using any multi-login software to create the new browser, are you?
No, I've heard of multi-login, and some people have recommended it to me, but I don't need to do that. No, but it might be. I mean, I haven't looked into too much, but it might be helpful. I'm actually not exactly sure how it works. So you guys probably have more insight into that than I do. Yeah. So just remember, just to make things more clear. Remember how Amazon is linking your accounts, right? IP address. So we're solving that issue by getting a new IP address from IP Burger. Browser cookies. We're solving that problem by getting a new browser profile every time you make a new account, right? You're not linking browsers or browser profiles. And then the third way they link is by billing address. But remember, if they haven't banned your account yet or issued you a warning, that credit card is still good. So you can technically use the same credit card for every single account, every single burner account, as long as they haven't, caught on to you yet. And also, if they have caught on to you, then you can basically stop using that credit card and use the privacy card, as I mentioned, which will, allow you to still buy items on Amazon. So that's the reason why we're doing those steps to get around the ways that Amazon is linking your accounts. I hope that's clear. So when I'm creating a new Amazon account, it's a personal Amazon account. So you don't need any LLC information. You're just creating all you need is an email and a phone number, which you can delete after you create the account. So you can actually reuse the same phone number if you want.
So you put the same, like your name every time, or some random?
Well, no, so the name doesn't matter. I mean, if you create an Amazon account, you can put whatever name you want. You could put John Doe, James, or whatever you want, right? Because that's not linked to your credit card. That's just your name on your Amazon account. When you log in, it says hello Jim or hello Jay.
I'm just thinking through everything. So as long as you haven't been burned, you can use the same credit card over and over again, right?
That's correct, because they haven't linked it to anything yet. They haven't caught on yet.
Do you know how thoroughly look at the address? Could you put your address and put like Suite 1 or Suite 2 if you had to create a new address? Do you know?
Good idea. That's a good idea. I mean, that could work, but I feel like Amazon is a little bit more sophisticated than that, and so they'll probably still get you if you tack on a Suite 1 or Suite 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm only saying this to you guys because I've experienced all of this. Right? It's happened to me already. Like, I've gotten multiple Amazon accounts shut down, 20 or 30 at this point. And one of the ways that they got me was by linking my credit card information, because I changed everything else, right? So when you eliminate all the other variables here, which is you have a new IP address, you have new browser cookies, right? Or a new browser profile, then how else can they be linking you, right? And so I found that it was actually through my billing address. And so that's why I had to change my billing address.
Have you ever tried dropshipping on Facebook?
Yeah. I was doing dropshipping on Facebook until I got banned from Facebook.
What happened? How did they ban you?
I received an intellectual property violation, which is a very severe violation from Facebook. So when you get the intellectual property violation, that means that you are using someone else's proprietary pictures and information from their listing. And so I was listing stuff from, eBay sellers. And so some of these eBay sellers, I believe they found my listing on Facebook Marketplace. They reported my listing, and then Facebook sent me a warning. And then 2 weeks later, or very shortly after, they banned my entire Facebook account. So now I don't have a Facebook anymore. I got banned completely. I can't use Facebook Messenger anymore. I'm basically banned completely from that platform. But I can create, another fake account if I wanted to. I just haven't done it yet. But that happened recently. So I'm no longer selling on Facebook Marketplace. But before, I was doing pretty well. I was making about $2,000 profit a month.
Damn, I never heard anyone getting this type of ban. That's a pretty...
Yeah, it's an intellectual property violation. So it is specific to your Facebook account. It's not specific to Facebook Marketplace. It's specific to Facebook and your account. So if you're posting stuff that violates the intellectual property of someone else, that is a very severe legal repercussion in the United States, and so that is why my account got banned completely.
Do you have an idea which listing could cause it? Like
It was listings reported by by the eBay seller. So I was dropshipping from eBay to Facebook Marketplace. I wasn't actually using Amazon, and like I said, I guess one of these eBay sellers, they found my listing on Marketplace and they reported me, and the rest is history.
But you don't know which one, or I'm trying to.
Well, there's probably multiple. I mean, I had 3,000 listings on my Facebook Marketplace, and so I'm sure it wasn't just one. It was like several listings probably that they reported, right?
Yeah, I had that in my shops. I got a warning, and as long as I deleted it, they didn't bother me anymore after that. But I did get one from an eBay seller.
I guess what I was trying to find out in your case is what type of listing was it? Was it like I would imagine that if you list something very general, like no one's gonna care. But if it's like a very specific item that, let's say, it's only fine on eBay, or like it's like a handmade thing.
It was a plant.
Oh.
It was a live plant. So yes, it was very specific to that seller on eBay.
That's
and what mine says, I use their pictures and I use their description. So, which you do all the time, drop shipping.